can check in with you. I know that I need my friend, but I wouldn't wanna leave, you know.
What's up, YouTube? It's Mícah Leia. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a juicy girl talk. Every time I ask y'all what kind of videos y'all want to see, y'all always say girl talks, juicy girl talks, questions, Q&A, like you always want to ask me questions, and as always I'm going to deliver. I need to curl my hair, so while I'm like answering questions, I'm gonna curl my hair. You know, I originally wore it straight and I really wanted to curl. I just didn't have the patience, but I'm not going nowhere right now, so why not just curl it? I feel like I really be like getting into tea when I do girl talks. So I asked you guys on Instagram probably like last month, not gonna lie, it was like a whole month ago, to ask me questions or whatever, and y'all did. So before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Period. I'm almost at 60k. I'm done. 60k, like, yeah. First question, questions are really spicy. Like, I'm looking at all these questions right now, they're spicy. First question, have you ever faked an orgasm? Now let's get into this, because I've never talked about this with my friends. To be honest, I did have. When I say faked, I don't mean like it gave Rue and Euphoria. Definitely didn't give that, because that was like, girl, what are you doing? But it's just like maybe I thought I was having an orgasm and I wasn't. Like, I think it was more so that. But you know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever had an orgasm with anybody prior to my current boyfriend. And it sucks to say that, but I definitely haven't. Like, looking back and knowing what I know now, and literally I was just Googling this yesterday, like, not yesterday, like a couple of days ago, about like female orgasms and everything. And I definitely never had an orgasm before I met my boyfriend. That's sad. So whatever I thought I was doing before, it wasn't given. It wasn't like, it just, I don't know what I thought I was doing. I don't know what they thought they were doing. And that's really me being honest though. Like, all jokes aside, like, this is really me being honest. I never had an orgasm before my current boyfriend. Like, not that I can recall. And I feel like you would know. You would know. And I'm not gonna lie, my first time, I was just like, yo, what is this? Like, my body felt so like out of like, I never felt that before. So I'm like, yeah, I know I never had an orgasm because I never felt this before. Like, but yeah, before him, and it didn't give an orgasm, and that's so sad. Like, poor little me thinking I was doing what I was doing. That's a great question, because I feel like, honestly, I'm not the only one that has like experienced that, like thinking they have had an orgasm and they didn't. Nah, the fact that that's the first question is crazy. Okay, somebody asked another self-love. Huh? Another self-love. Oh, another self-love girl talk. Oh, but she said dealing with the narcissist. Like, how do you deal with a narcissist? You don't. Like, you literally can't. Well, I know I can. Like, I can't deal with somebody that's literally like all about themselves, because what I look for in a man is literally the opposite. Like, you have to be selfless. You have selfless, not selfish. You have to show that, like, you know, not everything's about you. Like, why would you want to be with a narcissist? Like, and like, I know people could change, but it's very hard changing your whole entire identity. Like, if you're literally somebody who's a narcissist, like, how do you fix that? But maybe that's just me being me, because I need, hold on, because I don't know if I know what I'm doing right now. But anyways, yeah, I don't know about y'all, but like, me personally, I literally cannot deal with a narcissist. Why would you want to? You know how many great people there are in the world? Like, why would you like settle for a narcissist? Damn, I wish I had another pack of these, because this was really gonna make the curls stay. This is gonna take forever. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I can't really face the camera, only because like I need to look in the mirror. Next question, how do you feel about your friend trying to get with someone you used to fuck with? Honestly, I feel like there's boundaries with this, because if you've ever been in a relationship with somebody and you love them and y'all was in a whole full-blown relationship, that person is off limits, hands down. I feel like that's just an obvious no-brainer. Like, what somebody you used to talk to, I feel like if you like them, you have feelings for them, but I was never really in a real relationship, even that is still like, why would you want to be with somebody I liked? You know, why would my friends want to be with somebody, you know, I used to have feelings for? So that's even off limits to me as well. The only thing that I would say is acceptable, if I previously talked to somebody but it never went anything further than just talk to. Like, if we was just entertaining each other, you know, flirting or nothing crazy, like nothing heavy, we just, you know, we fuck with each other, whatever. I feel like even that's not that bad. Like, I feel like personally me, like, I wouldn't care if my friends started to talk to somebody that I used to fuck with but I didn't really like him. Like, if I didn't like somebody but I used to fuck with him, but you know, you just be fucking with people just to fuck with people. Yeah, if I just fuck with somebody just to fuck with somebody, my friend wants to fuck with him or whatever, she ends up liking him, or you know, whatever, I wouldn't personally have a problem with that, only because I never liked him, I never had feelings for him, you know, like, it was never given nothing. The only way I see it as a problem is if, you know, I liked him, you know, like, you know, I have feelings for him, anything like that. But other than that, I don't see the problem. I wouldn't prefer my friend to, you know, like, talk to somebody I used to, but like, if it was somebody I didn't really care about, I didn't like it, it's like, alright, whatever, like, I don't care. Damn, I have no more free spray. And this is why I always buy stuff in bulk, because once you run out of one, who's gonna run back and forth to the store? Like, I need to have multiple of everything. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that. Like, you know, do what you want to do. If I don't like it, it's my salty seconds anyways. Like, girl. But if y'all disagree, let me know. Like, I feel like a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, some people be like, if I had anything to do with anybody, he's off limits. But I feel like, you know, you might flirt with somebody here and there, especially in college, bro. Especially in college, I feel like we don't really like consider that, bro. College, you go to one school, like everybody knows everybody. So like, you know, if you have a group of friends, it's like a group of 4 y'all, right? And then one of y'all like talk to some guy, whatever, you're not really liking him, you're not jacking him, y'all just talking, flirting, whatever, and then y'all like fall off. It's nothing, it was never that serious. But then one of your friends in your group or whatever starts liking him or starts talking to him and starts getting to know him or whatever, and they actually start liking each other. I feel like there's nothing really wrong with that. Like, if it was anything with feelings involved, then it's a little weird. But that's just my take on that. Next question is, how do you detach yourself from someone you have strong feelings for? Detaching yourself from somebody you really have strong feelings for is definitely hard. Like, that's hard, but there's many ways to go around that. I definitely did a whole like how to get over a breakup, and I know that's a little different, you know, breaking up and like, you know, just detaching yourself from somebody you like or have feelings for. That's definitely different, but you kind of do the same things. Like, you literally have to cut off all contact with that person. If you really want to detach yourself from that person and lose your feelings for them, you have to cut off contact. There's no way you can still be in contact with them and talk to them and you're trying to get over them. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. So with that being said, that's social media as well. Like, you can't have them as a friend and watch their stories every day and watch what they're doing and getting updates on their life every day as you're trying to get over them. You have to delete them on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, whatever. Like, you literally have to just either block or unfollow. I don't know, I would say block, because if you don't block them and you just unfollow them, you can still always just go to their page, like, you know, and then you might be tempted to view their story and then they could see that it's just, I don't know. Once you do that, you'll go through your days without like constantly watching their stories, without like constantly needing an update on what they're doing. Yeah, I'm like so bad at multitasking, it's ridiculous. Because I feel like if you keep that person on like social media, whatever, like, you're constantly going to watch their stories, you're constantly going to like, you know, keep checking on them, and that's a constant, a daily reminder, or not even daily, like hourly, whatever, however many times they post a day. Every time you watch their story, you're constantly thinking of them. Once you cancel all of that out, and another thing, bro, don't be going and watching these stories on fake pages and da-da-da, because that defeats the purpose of blocking them on your account. Like, yeah, they're not seeing that you're watching their story from your page, but you're still watching their story. They still have control over your life. That helps you not think about them as much. On top of that, I would say to find a distraction. That could be anything, like whatever you use as a distraction, use that. But your free time should be spent doing something that to get your mind off of thinking of that person. You know, if you're really trying to like get over somebody, find a new hobby, something, like hang out with friends, hang out with family, surround yourself by people that you actually really love. Like, just have fun. And when I say have fun, I mean like go out with your friends, because staying home and thinking about that person all day is not going to help, bro. Like, it's just not. All of this is me speaking with experience. I'm telling you, I went through a really bad breakup. What year was that? You could say 2018. Yeah, that year, and it was really hard for me to get over my ex. Like, I really like loved him OD. Like, once I was like doing stuff to get my mind off of him, once I cut him off of everything, once I deleted him, once I, you know, like hung out with more of my friends, once I started doing other stuff and distracting myself from thinking about him, I really started to get over him, and I wasn't checking his stories every day. Like, I would literally go on another page and watch his stories, but then I stopped doing that. Like, after a while, like, I would probably go on in the beginning, I'll probably go on his page like a couple of times a day. Then it would like go down to like once a day, then, you know, like a couple of times a week, then maybe once a week, then once a month, and now I never think about this guy ever again. And now he's on my dick. So no, let me stop. All of that definitely does help. But yeah, so next question. Somebody said, one regret you have in a relationship, like a whole relationship or an aspect of the relationship. I don't really have any regrets in any of my relationships. I definitely don't regret any of my relationships. That's one for sure. I've learned a lot from each of them, and I feel like, you know, they all taught me something to like benefit me and make me better. But like, I feel like I matured and I learned and I experienced mad stuff to like, just for me to be like wiser, for me to have more knowledge about certain stuff, you know. So I feel like I would never say I would regret any of my relationships. And also, prior to this one, I've been in 3 relationships, and I felt like I was actually like in love with each 3 of my boyfriends, each 3 of my ex-boyfriends. Like, I don't feel like any of my relationships was like, oh, I should have never did this. Like, you know, one, I've never been cheated on. I feel like if I was cheated on in any of them, then I probably would have been like, yeah, you're dumb. But all my relationships were very much like just a learning experience. I never really had like a bad relationship. There was only one relationship that was kind of little like, That one was the one where I had like my only heartbreak, really. I guess I would say, yeah, because he broke up with me. But that would be the only one that like really hurt bad. But like, looking back was just like I was really hurt over this nigga. Like, he was definitely a great boyfriend, I'm not gonna lie, he was a great boyfriend, but like, he wasn't it, you know. He wasn't the full and like, I was younger back then. This was probably my junior year. year, like sophomore year, junior year, and a little bit of senior year of high school. Damn, I was with that boyfriend mad long. Yeah, I learned a lot in that relationship, and he was a good boyfriend at the time. You know, towards the end, things definitely did get a little I definitely don't regret anything. I feel like I'm so happy I'm over that. Like, one thing about me, I definitely hold on to like I can't no more, and I feel like that's not always a good thing, because I be holding on to shit for so long, and it's like, bro, I already know the inevitable. I already know what's gonna happen. I already know how this is gonna play out, but I try to keep it going until I literally can't no more. I don't regret doing that though, like in any of my relationships, but like that's also a learning experience, because it's like I'm prolonging what's bound to happen. Okay, the curls is curling. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I only did half. Alright, so next question is, hold on y'all. How do you maintain friendships in college? It's hard. It depends on what friendships y'all talking about. Friendships like that you make in college, or friendships that are like back home while you're at college? Because it's very hard to maintain friendships that are back home while you're in college. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, you spend 10 out of 12 months in the year away at school. Well, 9, because I be forgetting like that 1 month break in the middle. You know, 8-9 months you spend at college. You spend 1 month for winter at home and 2 months for summer at home. You know, you don't really see your friends from home as much as you do your friends from college. And also, like, friends from home could get jealous of your friends from college. Like, you know, you go to college, you make new friends, you forget about them. Because I definitely had that experience with one of my friends, and we are no longer friends anymore. I feel like it definitely is hard to like balance that. I don't know, I feel like it depends on y'all relationship, on like how easily y'all bonded or whatever. Because the friends that you actually like just naturally click with, you naturally click with them, so you're naturally just gonna always be with them. Especially like, you know, when you're in undergrad and you're on campus, always in each other's dorms, always, you know, it's easy to always hang out with your friends. Especially like after class, you know, you go to the dining hall, CC, whatever, you get food with your friends. Like, you know, it's really not that hard to maintain like your friends in college. It's really the friendships at home that is like, you know, a little difficult or whatever. But if that's your real friend, that shouldn't matter. Like, you being away at college shouldn't matter if that's your actual like real friend. As long as y'all have like a strong bond and they know their spot in your life, they know that y'all friendship is secured. As long as that's the case, you and your friends at home should definitely be good. For me, something that I struggle with is having like time to link all of my friends during the only free time that I have when I go to the city. Because I know every time I go to the city, all my friends be like, oh my god, Mike, you in the city, link. And it's like, bro, I came to the city for something. Like, it's not like I'm just here just to be here. And I'm talking about like during the school year. I can't link all of my friends within like 2 days that I'm in the city for. You just have to make sure that you show all of your friends that, you know, you value their friendship. Nobody wants to be friends with somebody that doesn't show that they value that friendship. Also, your friends from home could come visit you in college. Like, hello. But I would say for your friends that's on campus, that's mad easy. Y'all could do mad stuff together. You go to the library together, study together. Y'all can even take classes together, like, you know, gen eds or electives or whatever. Y'all can take classes together, mad stuff, activities, go to parties together, link. Like, I feel like friends in college is very hard and very easy to maintain. Like, somebody said, when you think of having sex with someone you like, what do you mean? Anyways, somebody else said how to know when to cut off a friend. Honestly, if you feel like your friend is not really showing you that they're a friend, the first thing would be is to talk to them. I feel like it's so weird when people just wake up and just randomly like cut off their friends without having no type of conversation, no type of like nothing, like no type of communication. They just be like, like, yeah, I feel like you're being weird, I'm cutting you off. That, do not, like, if you feel like you want to cut off one of your friends, don't do that. Like, have a conversation with them first. They could be going through mad stuff. They could be like literally anything. So I would say before you even like, you know, go about cutting somebody off, have a conversation with them first. Decide, okay, no, like, this is not gonna happen again or whatever. And they keep playing with you, they keep doing whatever they said, you know, it's just not giving like friend. Then I would say like eventually, like, you know, yeah, you're gonna have to cut them off because now they're playing with you. After you've had a conversation, there should be no excuse. But don't just go and like cut them off just because you feel some type of way. Like, talk to your friend first. And I feel like it's so weird for people who literally just cut their friends off of like a miscommunication or anything. Like, bro, you need to talk to your friend first. If not, then that's not really your friend. And with me, like, I personally value my friends so much that I wouldn't even want to cut any of my friends off unless I really had to. If I talk to you about something multiple times and it's like, bro, it's clearly like it's not giving a friend, then it's like, alright. I be hurt. Like, I don't want to cut off none of my friends. I love my friends. I only have 2 clips left. I don't know what it's about to give. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, my camera definitely died and I forgot what I was saying. Anyways, I think we're talking about how to cut off, how to know when to cut off a friend. I pretty much already said what I had to say with that. But yeah, next question. Do you ever feel like starting your YouTube was a mistake? No. No, absolutely not. If anything, I feel like I should have started way earlier. Like, Like, that's probably my only regret with YouTube. Like, I definitely, well, not my only regret, but like I definitely should have started YouTube way earlier. Like, all throughout high school I always said like, oh, I want to start a YouTube channel, and I didn't really start one until like I came to college. And it's like, bro, I did so much stuff in high school that I really wish like I could have filmed. My high school graduation, like I definitely regret not starting YouTube in high school though. I'm still happy on when I started my YouTube channel, only because I literally can watch everything from when I first started college. Like, I started YouTube when I started my freshman year, so it's like, alright, I literally basically have like all of my college experience on my YouTube channel, and I love that. The only regret with YouTube that I would say that I have is like not being as consistent as I should be or as I want to be. Literally, I think probably my sophomore year I got distracted with just like, you know, like going outside. All my classes were online, so this really could have been an opportunity for me to just like really take like YouTube really serious. But one, I started making more friends, I started going out more, you know. Also, that was when I was going through a breakup, so like I'm gonna be realistic with myself. Like, obviously not everything is gonna go as planned. That would probably be my only like regret with YouTube, but it's not even a regret, it's just like a learning experience, honestly. Other than that, I would never ever in my life regret starting a YouTube channel. Like, honestly, this is probably like my biggest accomplishments, well, one of my biggest accomplishments. But yeah, YouTube is probably like literally one of the best things I've ever started, ever done, anything. Like, I literally love YouTube with everything in me. I will never stop doing YouTube. Like, I don't care how old I am. Probably like when I'm probably like 80 something I'll stop, but like even then I feel like I literally could never see myself stopping YouTube. Why would I stop? I just don't ever see myself not doing YouTube. Alright, somebody said losing your virginity, how to prepare for it, what to do after, how to make it better. Honestly, you can't really prepare to lose your virginity. Like, it's weird, everybody has a different experience. Like, if you have a boyfriend and you know that's what you want to do, I guess, I don't know, I feel like you don't really prepare for it. It just happens. Like, how do you prepare? You just happens. What to do after? There's no like rule book or like guideline of like what to do when it comes to like losing your virginity. I would say make sure you do it with somebody that you trust, because a lot of people lose their virginity and end up like regretting it. You obviously don't want that to happen to you. Personally, me, like, I would prefer to lose my virginity with a boyfriend. I mean, that's what I did. I lost my virginity to one of my boyfriends. I don't know, I feel like that's like the most comfortable thing to do. Like, you would want to do it with somebody you trust, somebody you like. Some people really just be losing their virginity because like all their friends lost their virginity and they're the only ones, and they're like, alright, I just need to lose my virginity. And it's like, girl, take your time. There's no rush. If you're the only one out of your friends who didn't lose their virginity yet, that's perfectly fine. Once you do lose your virginity, like, it's just, you can never take that back. So that's why I would just suggest doing it with somebody you trust. Don't just do it just to do it, just to say you did it. Like, no, do it when you're ready. And I feel like age doesn't matter. Obviously, like, you're not gonna be 7-8 years old having sex, but there's no age. Like, I feel like if you're a teenager in high school or whatever, if you want to lose your virginity in high school, okay, then that's that. Like, that's kind of normal to lose your virginity in high school, around high school. I don't know about niggas. Niggas be losing their virginity in 6th grade. Somebody said, what's your opinion on a guy having kids on a girl? I'm sorry, but if I'm ever with somebody and they have kids on me, like, you're a dub, and I gotta get you blind, because how dare you? Personally, I can never be with somebody after that and have a whole kid. I will never be with you. I will never look at you the same. I will never trust you. I wouldn't even want to, like, it's just a no. I don't want nobody that has kids already. I have to be your first baby mother. Like, I don't want to be a stepmother. Maybe like if I already have kids, you know, when I'm older. I feel like the only way being with somebody that already has kids is acceptable is if you already have kids yourself. You know, y'all both already have kids, you're older, but like, we're too young to be with people who already have kids. Like, what? I'd rather start my own family fresh from scratch. Like, it's just no prior anything. That's just me. Like, once you have a kid, it's just, there's no fixing that. Somebody, oh, I like this question. Somebody said, do you recommend getting a boyfriend freshman year of college? And y'all already know I had a whole, okay, I wouldn't recommend it. That's what I'm gonna say. I definitely wouldn't go and say like, yes, I recommend getting a boyfriend, but if it happens, it happens. Because with me, I was like trying to avoid getting a boyfriend. Actually, I didn't want a relationship until I became an upperclassman, like junior, senior year, but I ended up getting into a relationship anyways, and I don't regret it. But I definitely wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't be like, yes, you should, you know. But if it happens, it happens. There's nothing really bad about it. I just feel like, I'm gonna talk about me personally. I feel like I didn't really get the full freshman year experience, only because like I had a boyfriend, so I wasn't really talking to any like boys like with any type of interest. Like, it was just like, alright, you know, I was very like standoffish to when it came to guys, because it's like, alright, I have a boyfriend, like, and that, I feel like that prevented me from making like a lot of friends freshman year. Because once I became single, I made mad friends. Being single your freshman year can open up like opportunities for friends, and also when you're in a relationship, you're always gonna want to be with that person. You're always gonna want to be like under them or whatever, and that prevents you from going out, making friends, having more like experiences experiences, whatever. So that's the only thing I would say. Okay, so the curls is done. Next question is how to talk to a guy that is quiet and reserved. Honestly, I'm not really the type of person to go up and talk to guys, so if they're not gonna come up to me and like approach me and try to talk to me, I'm probably not gonna be interested in them, because I need a guy that's outgoing and like, you know, I'm too shy and too reserved myself to even like be the person to really like be the aggressor. I feel like I can't do that, and I like it when guys, you know, show their interest in me. I feel like I can't be with somebody that's gonna be too shy and reserved to even talk to me. So I don't know how to answer that question, because that's just not something I would even experience. Next question is, what's your opinion on dating upperclassmen in high school? No, don't do that. And when I say don't do that, I mean like if you're a freshman, don't be dating no senior, because that's literally like, I don't know, I don't see the point in that. But if you're like, you know, if y'all 1 year apart, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. When I was in high school, I was dating somebody that was 1 year above me, even though they didn't go to the same school as me. There's nothing wrong with dating somebody like, you know, a year or two older than you, but like a whole 3 years, you know, like you just got to the school and they about to leave, it's just like, alright, like what's the point, because you're not even gonna be with each other. I gotta take a video because this is kind of giving, and I know it's gonna really give when I brush it out. A couple of more questions while I brush this out. Well, I'm gonna finger it out. Brush it with my fingers. All right, somebody said thoughts on high school relationships. I'm honestly for them, only because I feel like if you haven't had a relationship in high school, when you get to college or whatever after high school, you're not even gonna know how to be in a relationship. Like, you've never been in one, you never experienced that. So I feel like being in a relationship in high school prepares you for a lot, and who knows, you might end up being with that person. 9 times out of 10, you're probably not. Like, unless you're a high school sweetheart. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like high school relationships, like, it's cute, you know, you're young, it's something fun. I literally see nothing wrong with them. The only thing that I am gonna say is make sure that, like, you know, whatever relationship you're in doesn't distract you from, you know, school, what you want to do. Because the only, like, high school relationships, bro, when it comes to like senior year, if y'all both go to 2 separate colleges, or like one person wants to go away for college, that could really make you want to change where you go to college or what city you want to go to college. Because if you're in a relationship, you're obviously gonna want to stay with that person. A lot of couples tend to like go to the same school or the same city, and then they don't even end up being together, and it's like, damn. Don't let your high school relationship dictate your future. Like, as much as you think you love somebody, don't go following them to their like college or wherever they want to go for their dreams. Like, just put yourself first. Okay, are y'all jacking the hair? I'm gonna put a bit, I can't talk. I'm gonna put a little bit of bio silk, only because like the free spray is making it a little bit like flaky. Okay, last 2 questions. One says, one of these I'm not answering. Somebody said how to win a fight. You gotta know how to fight. I can't really like explain that. Somebody else said, if a guy breaks up with his girlfriend for another girl, is it okay for that girl to be friends with that guy? Wait, hold on, let's do the math. If a guy breaks up with his girlfriend, is it okay for that girl to be friends? Oh, is it okay for the girl? You could have just said it's okay for them to still be friends. Wait, if a guy, I'm sorry, hold on. If a guy breaks up with his girlfriend for another girl, is it okay for that girl to still be friends with that guy? I don't know. Whatever it is, no. The answer is no. I feel like being friends with your ex is weird. Why are you still friends with your ex? You could be cool with your ex, but friends, like, I feel like friends, when you say somebody is your friend, that's somebody you really care for, you value them, you genuinely have a relationship with them. And when I say relationship, I mean like a friendship, like not an actual relationship. To do that with your ex, I don't know. I definitely feel like it's weird to be friends with your ex. Guys, like, be cool, but anything more than that, it's just like. But that was it. That was all the questions that you guys had asked me. I'm definitely gonna do like more girl talk, so next time I post on my Instagram story, and yeah, make sure you follow me, Mícah Leia. But yeah, next time I post on my Instagram story, like, ask me questions, whatever, make sure y'all ask me some good questions, because, you know, I love getting into tea or whatever. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, period. Make sure you leave a comment. I answered one of your questions, and make sure you comment down which question was yours. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.